Welcome back. On this second part of the video, we want to look at the role of the people in achieving world peace. It is important for us to know that leaders should be appointed by the people or should be voted by the people. The essence of this is so that the people that are in power um, have a responsibility to defend the interest of the people, the citizens, so that each one of them can be accountable to the citizens for the choices that they make. And so when we have right leaders in right places voted by the people, they become accountable, which makes it very, very easy for us to look at peace. But it must interest us to know that while we look at people, while we look at the place and the position of the people in determining peace, at the same time, the leadership may matter. Some people may be able to accept at the beginning, maybe during their campaigns, that they are going to take into consideration the needs of the people. Meanwhile, others can equally coerce the people to believe in their ideologies. All these things at the end of the day becomes an issue when those who have accepted a responsibility end up doing what they believe in or pushing forward their personal agenda. We are going to be looking at two countries in this section and seeing how the people's vote could actually could either make or mar peace in their country. The first one we want to look at is Germany, and we are looking at the life of Adolf Hitler as the vice chancellor of the country. At the time when he came into power, the country had a very low international status, and Hitler, was meant to push forth his ideology to become a national agenda, which was for them to claim back what was taken from them as a nation at the World War One. And for this to happen, it meant for him to be able to convince uh, all the Nazis to buy into his ideology, which ended up destroying over 6,000 Jews, destroying a lot of people worldwide, and at the end of the day, he himself died by suicide without finally achieving what he wanted to. The reason behind this discussion is the fact that a leader could be able to coerce people to get to do what he wants, like Hitler did. And it was from a very selfish background which he propagated this, and it affected the entire country in a very devastating manner, destroying people, destroying property, and still bringing down the economy of the world. We look at the second one, which is Denmark. Denmark is known to be one of the most peaceful countries because the people monitor and evaluate how their interests are protected at the national level. And this came in when the people were able to ask accounts or demanded accountability from leaders on how they spend taxpayers' money, on how they involve, on how they use the resources that are at their service. With this, the country became accountable, and everyone has nobody has any privilege higher than another, and so the people are able to use this as a way of monitoring. And in this monitoring, it ends up that everyone is treated fairly. There are no excesses from any political person or party. There are no excesses in payments or in salaries. The barims that are available are used nationally, and everyone finds satisfaction. In cases where somebody uses his position as a way of extorting the people will outrightly show it at the time when it comes to voting and deciding who has to lead. This is very important, and this is a measure which, if every other country is able to look at and buy into, it can be able to help to promote peace and to reduce the excesses of leadership that may be there to bring more confusion, or that may be there to extort the people and to live a extravagant life at the expense of the community, of the citizens, and of the country.